Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of Exquisite Interiority, a special 9-part series dedicated to taking care of yourself from the inside out. This is brought to you by MPowered Podcast. I am Michael Aveney, and I'm with
Marilyn Egan.
Hey, welcome to episode 1.
Yes.
Today we're going to be talking about, as we go through this series, there's going to be some themes and commonality to how we're going to lay this out. We're going to be using the chakra system as our guide for like all the different areas, because this is more in your world of understanding like what areas hold what types of emotions, how it's connected to our bodies. But this whole thing is like clearing us out energetically so that life just flows through us effortless and easy and no hiccups, right?
Exactly.
So that's what we're talking about when we see loving yourself from the inside out, taking care of yourself from that. So in every episode, we're going to be talking about a specific area. This area is, we're starting with 1. That is the root chakra. The word connected to that is safety. There's a sound connected to it called lum. The color is red. The location is the tip of our spine. And always sticking with the definitions of things like safety. The word safety, the meaning of it is the state of being safe, freedom from the occurrence of risk and injury, danger, and loss.
Right.
So that's the pieces of the chakra system. The first chakra system is
chakra.
Root. Mm-hmm. Marilyn, could you share with us like your insights on what that means in relationship to the body, a little bit about chakra systems? And
yes, I think first, for those of you who don't know what chakras are, there's several systems in and around our body that people don't see, or most people don't see. And we chose chakras because they seem to be the most foundational. They are like a blueprint of who we are, who we've always been, who we can connect to past lives through there, we can connect to our ancestors, and it's a blueprint of everything we've experienced in this lifetime also. Yeah. And there's lots of chakras in our body, but there's 7 main centers that we are going to focus on and talk about today. And these centers are like spiraling energy that are spread from, like we say, the root, and Michael said the tip of the spine. Let's say if you are sitting in lotus position on the ground, that part of you that touches the earth is really the first chakra. And the first chakra runs all the way down through the feet. So, and then there's 6 more centers as we go up the body that we're going to focus on right now. Now, along with this first chakra, there are some basic properties, ideas that we talk about with the first chakra. And part of this is being connected to the earth. It's the grounded piece of us, the earthly piece of us that needs to be safe. It's also about associating with our tribe. And you can think of your tribe as maybe your family, the family you were born into. I think that definition, as time goes on, can change as to who we really connect to in our tribe. And when we are really fully balanced in that first chakra, it's about belonging to that tribe, but it's also about feeling safe enough with that tribe that we can step out and be our individual at the same time. Mm-hmm. And that's not always easy. You know, let's say that you were born at a time that the world didn't feel safe to your parents, or the world didn't feel safe at all. That can have effect on you later. It can bring up some things that get in the way. Or if something happened to you as a young child that made you not feel safe in the world, or that someone in your tribe didn't protect you when it felt important that they did, that can also bring up some blocks. So there's a whole lot of pieces to this, but that's basically what we're looking at. Is the ultimate goal is feeling safe in the world in that first chakra. And also, if that first chakra is blocked, it blocks flow to all the other chakras.
And would also keep you from connecting to the earth, right?
Absolutely.
So you would just feel separated,
Right.
isolated.
Yeah.
And when all of that happens, and everything that you were talking about, those emotions that happen with, your tribe. Our tribe could be our family, our tribe could be our community, our tribe could be our earth.
Right. Right.
So it's like stepping out of all of those paradigms when the underneath the context of tribe, right?
I believe so. I back in the day when we first learned this, I wouldn't have gone there, but I do now.
You see it?
Yes, totally.
So what do you think is, if something was not clear here and stuck here in the body, how would that impact somebody's life? Like, how would somebody that never heard this conversation ever before, what impact or what things might they be experiencing in their life if that chakra is blocked?
If that chakra is blocked and then energy therefore is not flowing through the others, they're going to have a difficult time, number one, doing anything on their own because they don't have that tribe underneath them to feel safe in. And it's hard to go out without fear. Everything,
Fear.
they just have fear because they don't feel safe anywhere.
Right.
And
And
that's
so,
something that a lot of us have dealt with in our life.
like every day, right?
Yes. Yes.
So getting that clear and getting beyond that, like, so fear, there's all kinds of, concepts out there. Fear, it's all an illusion. It doesn't, even though it is, for most people, it doesn't occur that way. So it doesn't matter. It's their experience of it.
Right.
And our commitment is people get clear and get free.
Exactly.
So that starts to work.
Right.
And when we were talking about this and creating this particular episode, I just wanted to share that, some of the experiences that I've had in different trainings and programs and people that have said things to me that just has like been a light switch that went off that never, that stayed on.
Yes,
It never
yes.
stopped. It was like those ahas that just kept going. But basically, when you boil down all of the fears, it sort of has this resonance. The underneath of it is this ultimate fear of dying.
Right.
Like, that's the one fear that until you overcome that, you're really
Right.
not ever going to have a possibility of being free. Because every action that you have in your life is really going to be based off of protecting yourself from dying.
Right.
So you can't play full out. You're trapped in that state of, say, freedom from occurrence of risk, or at least the illusion of it.
Yes.
And that's where we get off on our authenticity. It's not, because in reality, it's not true.
Exactly.
It's completely
Right.
not true. So the thing that woke me up to this, because when somebody said that, I was like, yeah, right. Why would you not be scared? Like, because we don't know what's going to happen, right? We can have ideas, concepts, but we really don't know. And then this was the thing that woke me up out of it. Was I was in a class one time and somebody was having this conversation, and the trainer, whoever was leading it, shared this story. Say, if you were to be dismembered, if you were to be cut
Right.
up, like, you're in your body. Most people think that they are their body. And it's just, okay, if you are your body, if I sawed you up, cut you up, where are you? Are you in your arm? Are you in your head? Are you behind your ear? Like, where are you? Like, that's just bones and blood and vessels and organs all working together.
Right.
So it was the thing that popped me up, because I'm not in there. But yet, what's animating us?
Right. It's your container.
It's a container.
It's a container. Right.
Not to be confused with that we're not the container.
Right.
We
The
are
container's important, but we are not the
Yes,
container.
it's the vehicle for us to express ourselves in this
Yes.
world. But if our mind has tricked us into believing the death experience, then that's inauthentic because it's not actually true because we're not in there. We are observing that.
Yes, like in the shamanic world,
Yes.
as a shaman, one of the things that we do, this is a pretty deep journey, though.
It
It's
is.
not normally a
Well, might
first
as well
journey.
kick it off right?
Right. I'll just describe what we do so people can feel what's going on, because we carry a lot of those fears and things. We do carry them in our physical body. We feel them in our organs. They push our shoulders down. They make our feet heavy. That fear can make us, we do feel it in the physical body. So we take you on a shamanic journey where eventually you go into a cave and you visit your friend the bear.
So this is like a visualization, right?
It's bear. Yeah, it's bear energy that you visualize. We just take you through it in a ceremony. And we talk you through the whole thing. When you get to bear, you tell bear that you want to feel free. And bear gently takes away your flesh and bones as if it's a heavy coat that you've been carrying around with you, exhausting you, and it frees up your luminous body. And your luminous body then takes a journey. And you may see things, you may not see things, you may experience the cosmos. We don't know. That's up to you, what your luminous body experiences. And then when you're ready, you come back in, you visit bear. And bear has cleaned all of this hide, has cleaned this coat that we carry, and then pats it back on to your luminous body to be your container so you can go be in the world who you really are. And it comes back on in a much lighter way. A lot of these things that really aren't true can go away in this journey because you're put back together and into your container. Mm-hmm. And you see that is the container, and it's just the coat you carry and what you wear to be on the earth.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? It's really powerful.
Well, when you were describing that, I just recently watched this series of people going through ayahuasca experience, and you were describing what they were describing in their ayahuasca experience, that the ayahuasca took them to a place where they realized that they were just the light, and all of that fell away. Yes. So what you described was what they physically experienced when they were taking their special trip with the ayahuasca.
Right. Although I will say that's a totally different subject.
It is but it just like the essence of it, because everything's connected.
It is all connected. Yeah.
And the point here is that we're beyond our bodies.
Yes.
And we want to open them up, and if this was our vehicle, our car, we have that cleaned regularly and making sure that's it. That's the same thing that we want to do here. Right. That's loving ourselves from the inside out.
And that's what we're doing with the chakras, is helping to clean them.
It is.
Yes.
So, what is a life lesson that fear has taught you?
I think that I was afraid of like everything for many, many years. And just life in general, as things went on, life in general helped me move out of pieces of that fear. When I was married and had children, and my husband worked a lot, I had to figure out how to do a lot of things without the fear. I just had to step out there and do them and realize this fear was just an illusion. And I didn't really know how to do that for many, many years. Now we have tools that make that a little easier, but I feel like I did it for my kids. Mm-hmm. I did it to just keep moving on with life. And as time has gone now, it took moving out a lot of fear to move into the job that I do, to move into the work that we do, and to create this business of my own. So it's been a huge, huge lesson for me that fear really is an illusion. And I had someone tell me that she wanted to live in Soulard. It was close to work for them. It was an easy way to be able to walk a lot and do things. And she says, but people keep telling me it's not safe. And I said, well, how do you feel? She says, I feel totally safe. I really like the apartment we found, and I feel totally safe there. I said, well, that's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel safe, you're safe. If you don't, then
You
most
don't.
likely you're not. But yeah, it's all about how you feel. You are as safe as you feel you are.
That's a perfect way to sort of wrap up this particular
Yes.
discussion. Not wrap it up, but create a context for what we want our listeners to look at in their life. Like,
Yes.
look at the areas where you may have wanted to do something and it never manifested. You got stopped some way. Take a look in your own life and start to assess the areas of life that you may not know what the fear is, but you know there's definitely a fear there.
Right.
Start to identify those areas. If you can identify the fear, that's great. Make a little note of it. And this will be one of the topics that we discuss on the Facebook group.
Yes.
People can share this and we can get them out and discuss them and dispel them. Because when you see it for what it is,
Right.
an illusion,
Yes.
it literally disappears.
Right.
And then you're free.
Yes.
That chakra clears up. That starts spinning in the right direction.
Yes.
And you're ready to move to the next one.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
What's your takeaway from today?
I think it's the big piece that you are as safe as you feel you are. And I would like to just share a little tool that it's also about connecting to the earth.
Yeah.
That a lot of us are not connected as a general community. Society doesn't connect to the earth, and the more that we do, the more we can open up that first chakra and feel safe
Yeah.
on the earth.
Yeah. Which we're going to be talking about that specifically
Yes.
in an episode closer to the end of the series.
Yes, we are.
So thank you for listening in. I wanted to remind everybody to like our Facebook, MPowered Facebook page, and to join the conversation in our Facebook group. This is where you will find other like-minded humans that are also waking up, and together we are stronger. And welcome to your MPowered tribe. Join us for episode 2, where we are going to be focusing on the second chakra, the sacral chakra, and some exercises that you can start putting into place is stillness in your life. Make time every day just to be still. If that's meditation, if that's taking 5 minutes just to kind of sit and catch your breath, even if it's in nature or a park or whatever, just find that connection. Because we're like the magnifying glass in that story. A
Yes.
magnifying glass can only burn a hole in the leaf when it is completely still and connected to the sun.
Yes.
Otherwise,
love
if
that.
it's shaky all over, crazy thoughts, wherever, dealing with the fears, managing it, trying to cover it up, when that's all gone and you can really find the peace and the stillness, then you literally, when you're connected, have the power to focus. And what you focus on expands,
Yes.
and you can burn a hole through any fear that you may have.
Yes,
And see what it is,
exactly.
and be free of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, awesome. Thanks, everybody, for listening, and we will see you in episode number 2.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye-bye.